I'm going to stand on this stick. This is going to feel so strange taking this mask off. Wow. I'm going to give everybody a second who's, hi. Everybody's going to start streaming, give you a second to get started. So good afternoon, everybody. And I want to thank all of you for being here today, everybody here in person, as well as everybody who is watching at home online. And especially I want to thank everybody here in Central Park for behaving so safely. We've got everybody wearing masks and everybody maintaining a safe social distance from everyone. So thank you all so much for being here and for being safe. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sid Solomon. I am a decade-long resident of the Upper West Side. I am a graduate of LaGuardia Arts High School on 65th in Amsterdam. And I'm really proud to be here in support of my friend, Jeffrey Amura. Now, growing up in New York City, I always knew that the arts and culture were an integral part of the city's cultural identity. But it wasn't until I became an arts professional, an arts worker, that I really understood how important the arts and culture are to the city's economic vitality. And never has that been more apparent than during our current moment, when the COVID crisis has decimated the arts industry, arts workers, and all of the businesses that it supports by disrupting our ability to get together communally, which is part of why it feels so nice to be together with you all here today. Now, with the news that we've recently received about hope of a vaccine, with just a glimmer of hope on the horizon, as we begin to imagine and plan for our post-pandemic recovery, it is essential that we have representatives at every level of government who are ready to take bold action for arts recovery. And that's why I am so excited that today marks the official beginning of the candidacy for New York City Council of artist, activist, and labor leader Jeffrey Amura. Now, before we hear from Jeffrey, we have a really lovely treat for everybody. I'm really honored today to introduce to you all a New York City cultural icon and four-time Tony Award nominee, Judy Kuhn.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to echo what Sid just said, how important it is that the arts and artists have a voice in city government, be represented in city government. So I'm thrilled to be here supporting Jeffrey. And I don't know if any of you are going to hear me. I didn't invite them, but let's see. I'm going to sing a Laura Nyro song that, I don't know, just feels so right for the times we're living in. On a street corner where the kids boogie all night, where the wind sings and the stars shine like holiday lights, come a band of angels, salvation in their might, and ask for peace on earth. Feel this love. My brothers and sisters, feel the seasons turn. She is the mother of time. Wonders that take you, rivers that give. That's where Mother Spiritual Talk of a ruby love, lovers share. You find your love, you lose your love here and there. So you go home, you do your own thing. The ocean sings to me that love is always alive and part of me. Feel this love, my brothers and sisters. Feel the seasons turn. She is the mother of time. Light and darkness come to her kiss. That's where Mother Spiritual lives. Come to the lights, my sisters. Take what you need. It doesn't matter, my brothers, your Sunday creed. For each one's a lover of this winter night star. A pilgrim, a pioneer, that's who you are. Feel this love, my brothers and sisters. Feel the seasons turn. She is the mother of time. It's not war, no, it's life she gives. That's where Mother Spiritual lives.
Thank you so much, Judy. And I don't know about the rest of you, I can't wait to get back into a theater again. And we will. So, right now, before we move on, I want everybody who is here in person and everybody who is watching at home online, take a second and go to jeffreyamura.com. jeffreyamura.com. It launched today. I encourage you to check it out. Find out everything there is to know about Jeffrey and why he's running for city council. You can sign up to volunteer and also donate to the campaign. So again, that's jeffreyamura.com. So I first met Jeffrey Amura when he was working as a grassroots labor organizer, galvanizing his fellow union members around the need for better pay for stage managers and actors here in New York City. But I got to know Jeffrey Amura. And more than know him, I came to admire him and to respect him and to trust him, working together as union officers and labor leaders on behalf of workers. And I am so looking forward as an Upper West Sider to having him representing me and my neighborhood and my community on the New York City Council. It's my honor to introduce to you all Jeffrey Amura.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, Jeffrey! Yeah! Yeah, Jeffrey, thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sid Solomon, and to the amazing Judy Kuhn. I'm honored to have you all join us here at the Bethesda Fountain in Central Park. At the height of the pandemic this past spring, I would come here and sit by myself and look up at that statue, the first work of art designed by a woman that was commissioned by the city of New York, Emma Stebbins' Angel of the Waters. And I would think about the final scene in Tony Kushner's magnificent play, Angels in America, in which the characters stood right here and found themselves on the precipice of great change. And as we close out 2020, it's got to come to an end at some point, right? We stand at a turning point. This country, this city will emerge from this year a different place. And the 2021 elections give us an opportunity to vote on exactly what kind of city we want it to be. Hello to everyone here, everyone watching at home. I'm Jeffrey Amura. I'm an actor, an elected labor leader, and now a candidate for New York City Council District 6. Representing the Upper West Side, Lincoln Square, and Clinton. This beautiful district is home to more artists than any other neighborhood in the city.
Amen.
Arts and culture is the foundation of New York City's economy. You, me, people from all over the world, corporate headquarters, and tourists alike choose New York in large part because of the opportunities provided by arts and culture. This sector is one of the city's greatest economic engines, driving tourism, supporting hotels, restaurants, retail, transit, and bringing $120 billion to the New York State economy. That's 7.5% of the state's total economic output. Now, as an actor and elected officer of Actors Equity Association, I've seen firsthand the devastation this pandemic has wrought in the arts community. Our employers are shut down, we actors are unemployed, along with thousands of stage managers, directors, writers, designers, stagehands, hair and makeup artists, box office staff, ushers, and more, just in the theater business alone. We've lost countless opportunities, and we need a plan to get us back up and running. Now, I'm in this race to make sure that workers, artists, cultural institutions, and the communities they serve have a seat at the table. Term limits will push out many of the City Council's greatest arts advocates this year. After the 2021 elections, who will advocate for us or allocate the largest arts budget in the country at a time when our community and industry need it most? I will. We launched our campaign 2 days ago, and donations have already started coming in from all over the city, from people I've never met. And that confirms something that we already knew. The arts community is looking for a voice, for hope, for a plan, and for light at the end of the tunnel. So where do we begin? First, the council and the mayor has to pass the proposed open culture law, expanding outdoor space for live performances so artists can get back to work safely. Just this week, a new volunteer organization called Art on the Avenue NYC repurposed vacant storefronts along Columbus Avenue right here in the 70s and turned them into art galleries. So the city needs to embrace initiatives like these and expand them across the city. The city needs to connect artists to schools, opening up their arts facilities during off hours to provide artists space to work close to home while building community between education and artists. These are some of the steps that we can take right now. But second, we need relief. The city and state are short on funds, but we have a couple other options. We don't know if, when, or what kind of relief package Congress will pass, and if arts and culture will be included at all. However, a lot of corporations have prospered during this pandemic. Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo must work with companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, and Facebook, especially those that use talent developed over years right here in the city's nonprofit cultural institutions to create an arts and culture relief fund to be distributed to artists, arts unions, and cultural institutions to make sure they survive and can build back better when this pandemic is over. And finally, when it's safe to reopen, we'll need to rebuild. And we're going to rebuild stronger, a stronger, more robust community and industry than before. We'll allocate the cultural affairs budget more equitably, inclusively, and from the ground up, keeping in mind smaller institutions, those in all 5 boroughs, and prioritizing communities of color. Now, after 9/11, the state created a promotional campaign to help Broadway. This time, we'll need a campaign for the entire sector. Broadway, yes, but for all theater, music, dance, comedy, art spaces, and museums beamed across the world, trumpeting that the global capital of arts and culture is open for business. The city can organize a weekly broadcast of live stream performances featuring different artists that the entire world can tune into. Think jazz at Lincoln Center, but global. Then the city can directly buy tickets to shows and give them away to school groups and communities, opening up access and cultivating the next generation of artists and arts patrons, and to tourists as a reward for spending money at stores, restaurants, and other cultural institutions. And I envision the creation of an annual multi-borough Olympic-sized festival, bringing the world's arts communities together and celebrating neighborhoods across the city. We must expand the arts community's Manhattan-centric footprint by coordinating partnerships between Manhattan-based cultural institutions and those in the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island, to present events and productions in every council district, giving each council member a reason to personally invest in the city's arts budget. And when it's safe, we must help restaurants and hotels recover by providing them with grants or tax incentives to hire small groups of professional musicians and entertainers as they slowly reopen. And when I'm elected, I will personally challenge each council member to build a personal relationship with arts and culture by attending at least one live arts performance or event a month. I look forward to taking a different council member to each of the myriad live arts events I attend as my date. For any of this to work, we need New York's elected leadership to understand the critical importance of arts and culture to the health of the city's economy. Fortunately for us, we're in the middle of a hotly contested election cycle. And because of term limits, 2/3 of city council members will be leaving office, and there's a beautiful throng of New Yorkers seeking to replace them. We're also in the middle of a hotly contested race for mayor, with 15 declared candidates so far. And guess what? They all want our vote. So this is what we're going to do. The arts and culture sector is going to host a forum for mayoral candidates to ask them what they're going to do for us and how they're going to get our community and industry back up and running. Over the next 7 months, we're responsible for holding every candidate accountable to us. We are an enormous voting bloc in this city. We are going to harness our power, organize, and make sure we elect candidates dedicated to saving arts and culture to every office. If we tap into the collective strength of the city's arts community, we can compete with every other candidate, win this race, renew the arts and culture sector, and build a better city for all of us. Now, this plan for arts and culture is just one aspect of the dream I have for the New York Renaissance that we're going to create together. So right now, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go to jeffreyomura.com. Please donate if you can and sign up to volunteer. Once again, my love to my dear friends, Judy Kuhn, Sid Solomon. We can't wait to get to work with all of you. I'm Jeffrey Omura, candidate for City Council. And now, the great work begins. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. It's so great to see everyone.